there she is. I'm here too. Hey everyone, John Lorden here from my hotel room at CrimeCon. Day one of CrimeCon is done. It was a doozy. It was pretty amazing in some ways. Pretty testing in others, mainly with the travel. Basically, I flew out in the morning. CrimeCon started while I was in the air. I got there between 2 and 3. I had to get checked in, get my badge. Danielle was already there, already had the table set up with her banner on it. And it was great. I mean, I walk in and the first person I see is Robin Warder from The Trail Went Cold. Which I was really excited to meet. I have used his work on the channel before, and just super nice guy. It was really cool. A bunch of your favorite podcasters are here. Pretty interesting that our table to the left side we have a private investigator. To the right side we had victims of the East Area rapist, which turned into a particular highlight when the detective that cracked that case showed up, and he was a bit of a celebrity, of course, you know, getting a lot of attention right now for the work that he did on that case. He had a line of people waiting to shake his hand and take photos with him. It was really, really cool. I didn't have the chance because I was working the table. I'm hoping that he comes back today so I can, honestly, I just want to shake his hand more than even take a picture, but if I can get a picture, I will. There is also some family from the Delphi murders case I've heard that is here as well. And I'm happy to see that aspect of CrimeCon happening. I was a little worried that it was going to not be focused on the victims enough. And from what I'm seeing here, the victims are embracing the event. They're showing up to the event. They're supporting the event. I went to a special breakout session last night that started at 8:30, and I didn't get back to my room until midnight. And the family for that case also showed up and did a Q&A session. So I'm happy to see that they're engaging the community. Makes me feel good about what we're doing in terms of trying to help them raise exposure to these cases, but also trying to understand these cases better. And they're really kind of giving back on that front. As a matter of fact, the case that I reviewed in that, I think I'm going to do it as Brain Scratch later this week. It is the case of Jonathan Cruz. Very bizarre case. Looks like he killed himself while his girlfriend was in the room on the day that he happened to tell some other friends of his that he was going to break up with her. Of course, a lot of people think the girlfriend actually shot him. So it comes down to a lot of the logistics of the physical evidence and the 911 call, which I'm not the biggest fan of trying to use the 911 call to really dissect what's going on here, but I appreciate what the private investigators taught us last night, so I'm going to try to share some of that with you guys on Brain Scratch as we cover it also. It's been awesome meeting Danielle and Powell. Very awesome couple, really infectious energy, and it's been great to just be a part of their journey into this whole YouTube thing as well. They're both very appreciative. You know, Danielle and I speak quite a bit about the type of work that we do. You know, kind of support each other back and forth. So really cool to finally meet them face to face and having a great time meeting fans. It's amazing. I didn't expect as many people to recognize me as are. It's very, very cool. The pens are a big hit. I'm so glad. I don't even think I told you guys yet. FedEx missed the delivery of the pens. So it looked like I wasn't going to be able to take them. And I sent kind of a sarcastic and emotional tweet about that, which many of you know for me is pretty out of character. And FedEx responded right away and tried to do everything they could to help me. What they wound up doing was calling the distribution center, which doesn't even have a customer service desk. And at 10 o'clock at night, they let me drive out there and pick it up. So I was able to get the pens, bring them on my flight the next morning, and they are a huge hit. Everyone that gets one loves one. It's been really cool. So looking forward to day 2. I have a couple of sessions I'd like to get out to, but most important is that I meet as many people as possible. It's also fun talking to people that don't know you. You know, I'm able to tell them about the different shows, what the channel's about. And because this is the right venue for that interest, it's clicking really well. So far, big fan of CrimeCon. Hey, it's John here with Danielle. What's up?
Hi, we're having a good time.
Having a great time. I didn't realize the lighting was so bad until I kicked this on. But
I think we look great.
Danielle, what's your favorite part about being here?
Oh my goodness, honestly, talking to people that have come to our little table and hearing their stories, and they have perspectives, personal perspectives on cases, everywhere from serial killers to their own missing loved ones, and just, it's very hands-on. You actually get to speak to someone. We've spoken, I know we both have, to a few families over the phone, but it's completely different getting to do it in person.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I'm happiest with about this experience. Was I was worried it was going to be a little too focused on like the entertainment aspect of true crime.
Romanticizing true crime.
Yeah, and that is definitely not the case. We've got a PI to my left. We have survivors to my right. I just spoke to the grandfather of one of the girls from the Delphi murders. There is a lot of different angles being represented here, and people that we don't even know from cases but have their own cases and experiences are talking to us about and sharing with us. So it's been awesome. Of course, on top of all that, meeting people that know us is super cool.
I know, it's been so awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are all so sweet.
Yeah, for anyone that made it out here, thank you so much for coming out and checking this out. You guys are helping to make it an even better experience than we're already having here.
I know, my heart's so full.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave so happy.
Yeah, and I know I will certainly be back for CrimeCon next year. What do you think?
I'm definitely gonna make it happen.
All right, you're gonna be able to see us next year if you didn't make it this year. All right, Danielle, thank you.
Thank you for getting me here. Honestly, thank you. I appreciate it.
Quick shout out to Kim. Thank you, Kim
I know.
Stubik.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
You've been amazing.
Yeah, and I was fortunate enough to hang out with her last night in a breakout session. Kim really was the extra little match that we needed to make this all work. So thank you so much, Kim. Appreciate it. Well, here I am, the last day of CrimeCon. I'm already, I get this when I go to conventions. I get this feeling of, it's a little bit like being depressed. It's just, you have so much fun. You have such a good time. Everything feels really special. And then you get to the last day of the convention and it just all ends and everyone packs up and all of a sudden there's just this kind of weird silence. So I'm already starting to feel it, especially coming off yesterday, Saturday. It was so much fun yesterday. Met so many great people. Marissa from Vanished, definitely one of the highlights. Went back and talked to Robin Warder quite a bit more. Made sure to give him a brain scratch pen, which he seemed to appreciate. Had podcasters coming up to me. Generation Y, super nice guys. Wanted to take a photo. Really, really great stuff that happened yesterday. So. On top of all that, got to meet so many brain scratchers. I was just completely blown away. It was just an amazing day. Did make it to one session, but outside of that, I was pretty much working at the table the whole time, just trying to meet as many people as possible. Spoke to a bit more media people, spoke to some people from PI Magazine, spoke to a reporter from San Francisco for a bit of a time. He was telling me about some cool cases. Really fun stuff. Spent a lot of time talking to Sheila Wazaki, the private investigator that was sitting next to me that ran the special PI breakout session that I went to that is going to be the focus of this week's Brain Scratch. Talking about some thoughts and theories on that stuff that I'll be sure to share with you guys at the end of the week. It was just an amazing day. And let me just stop to say I am enjoying the company of Danielle and Powell so much. I mean, to think that, you know, we're sitting next to each other at a table for 8-9 hours, and then we go out and have dinner after that, have drinks and just kind of hang out for a while. And the conversation never stops. It's always interesting. It's always fun. They're just such a special couple, and I really feel privileged to have been able to spend this time with them and to get to know them so much better. That might be the highlight of this whole trip for me. We're already talking about CrimeCon 2019. It's going to be in New Orleans. And I just realized when I was thinking about it yesterday, I understand why they're moving it around the country. It's almost like essentially they're putting all these podcasters and now YouTubers on tour, on a very slow tour, where once a year, maybe they're going to be in your neck of the woods or in a place that you want to go visit. So keep it in mind, early June, I think it's the first weekend in June, 2019, New Orleans. If you want to go there, I've never been there before. I'm really looking forward to seeing the sights a little bit. I'll probably make it a little bit more of a stay than I did for this one. This trip, I'm just really here focusing on the con. I really don't know if I'm going to be able to see much more in Nashville, but I will certainly be back. There is a lot of fun. I'm seeing the fun as I'm going by it. But New Orleans next year, definitely going to be there again. I can tell you already, as long as CrimeCon will have us.
Well, John here with Tim and Lance. Hey, everyone. It finally happened.
So I hope you enjoyed this little look into my CrimeCon experience. Thank you so much. I wish more of you guys could have been here, but keep in mind, it's going to be moving around as the years go forward. I'm pretty sure I'm going to try to make myself a regular fixture there, so hopefully we'll be coming to a town near you very soon. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you back here tomorrow on the Lord and Arts channel.